You've done the work. You've bravely faced your inner shadows. In episode 1, you started building powerful bridges through community and economic empowerment. In episode 2, you've started to rise, but in the quiet moments, after the breakthroughs, a new question emerges, doesn't it? A whisper that says, how do I stay here? How do I make sure this newfound strength isn't just a fleeting moment, but a lasting force in my life? And even more importantly, how do you make your rise matter for someone else? How do you build a legacy that echoes long after you're gone? One that challenges the very idea of internalized inferiority for generations to come. Welcome, or welcome back, to Our Conversations. I'm your host, Alan. This is a show that's all about empowering you, the ambitious leader and entrepreneur. Here, we don't just skim the surface. We dive deep into getting clear on your message, taking smart steps, and getting life-changing results. We are so glad that you're here for our third and final installment in our trilogy, Unmask and Rise. This is the capstone. This is where we make it all stick. The journey of empowerment has one final, crucial stage. It's the challenge of sustainability. Internally, the biggest problem is the fear of losing momentum, of backsliding into old patterns, of self-doubt and inaction. It's the uncertainty of what happens next after the initial breakthroughs, the question of how to turn a period of growth into a lifetime of it. And externally, the problem is just as real. We live in a world where the systemic issues that create and perpetuate internalized inferiority are pervasive. So the challenge becomes, how do we create sustainable change, not just for ourselves, but for our communities? How do we ensure that the next generation is better equipped, that they don't have to fight the same internal battles that we did? Today, we're not just talking about personal power. We're talking about permanent power, and we're talking about purposeful power. Our plan today is to build for the long haul. We're going to secure the foundation you've built and then construct the framework for a lasting impact. Our journey today has 3 parts. First, we'll forge the habits and mindset to make your power permanent. We'll explore practical strategies to lock in your personal gains and make empowerment a way of life. Second, we'll unlock the transformative, multiplying power of mentorship. We'll dive deep the game-changing impact of finding a great mentor and the profound fulfillment of becoming one. And third, we will redefine legacy, not as something you leave behind, but as something you live every single day, starting right now. A breakthrough is an event, but empowerment is a practice. To make your growth last, you have to build the systems that support it. It starts with mindset. You have to adopt what psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's about embracing challenges and seeing failure not as a proof of your inadequacy, but as a tuition payment for your education. As the great Maya Angelou said, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. That is the essence of a growth mindset. But a mindset needs action to become real. That's where habits come in. You need to build a routine that automates your well-being. This isn't about adding more to your to-do list. It's about creating a structure that conserves your energy for what matters most. This means prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of sleep, because sleep is the foundation of mental health. It means moving your body regularly, not as a punishment, but as a celebration of what it can do. It means continuing the practices we started in episode 1, mindfulness, journaling, self-reflection, not as a temporary fix, but as lifelong maintenance. As Oprah Winfrey said, we cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Sustaining power requires you to consistently choose the person you are becoming over the person you once were. No one achieves greatness alone. A mentor is an accelerator for your journey. They provide a map for a territory they've already navigated, helping you avoid pitfalls and see shortcomings. For those of us from communities where the roadmaps to success aren't always visible, a mentor is essential. They don't just give advice, they give you permission to hope. In the powerful words of Oprah Winfrey, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. So, how do you find one? It's a simple 3-step process. First, get clear on your goals. What do you need help with right now? Second, Look to your existing network, former bosses, community leaders, people on LinkedIn whose work you admire. And third, reach out. Don't start by asking, will you be my mentor? That's like proposing on a first date. Start by asking for a small piece of advice, a 15-minute virtual coffee, a single question over email. Build the relationship first. Let the mentorship emerge naturally from a place of mutual respect. As Denzel Washington says, a true role model is someone you see on a daily basis and you learn from them. You learn from their actions, not just their words. Find someone whose actions you want to emulate and start by learning from a distance. Then get a little closer. Now, this is where the cycle of empowerment becomes truly powerful. The moment you have learned something of value is the moment you have the responsibility to teach it. The greatest way to lock in your own power is to give it to someone else. Maya Angelou said it best. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. Denzel Washington calls it the principle of each one, teach one. Becoming a mentor isn't about having all the answers. It's about being a few steps ahead on a path and being willing to turn around and light the way for the person behind you. It is a profound act of community building and resilience, and it is especially critical when mentoring youth from our own communities. Research shows that for boys and young men of color, having a mentor that understands their cultural context and navigates the world with a social justice-informed lens is transformative. It's not about saving them. It's about using a strengths-based approach to help them see the power they already possess. It's about being the person you needed when you were younger. This isn't just a service. It's a reciprocal act of healing. In guiding them, you re-narrate your own story. In empowering them, you become permanently empowered. The word legacy can feel intimidating. It sounds like something reserved for presidents and billionaires, but we need to reclaim that word. A true legacy has nothing to do with the size of your bank account. It's about the size of your impact. As Peter Strople said, legacy is not leaving something for people. It's leaving something in people. It's the values you model, the stories you tell, the kindness you show. The great writer and activist James Baldwin taught us that our lives are inextricably linked to the state of the world. His legacy is one of truth-telling, of forcing us to confront uncomfortable realities, to build a better future. He said, the challenge is in the moment. The time is always now. Your legacy isn't something you plan for the future. It's something you build in the now with every choice you make. Jay-Z, on his album 444, talks about legacy as an act of representation, of showing the world what's possible. Legacy, 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 legacy. Black excellence. You gon' let them see. Your life, lived with integrity and purpose, is a statement. It's a story. And as Maya Angelou urged, if you're going to live, leave a legacy. Make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Your mark is the sum of your actions. All right, it's time to make this power permanent and purposeful. Your mission this week is focused on impact in the future. It has two parts. 1, pay it forward. Identify one person in your life, a younger colleague, a nephew, a neighbor, that you can support, guide, or mentor, even in a small way. Offer a piece of advice, share a resource, just listen. Take one action to lift as you climb. 2, start building your legacy right now. Visit our Medium blog at Hours Lifestyle for our Legacy Builder worksheet. I want you to spend just 15 minutes this week answering the very first question on it. What unique gift, story, or value can I offer my community that will outlast me? When you've made your commitment, share it with our community. Post on Instagram about the mentor who changed your life, or share one aspect of the legacy you hope to build. Use the hashtag #OurLegacyNow. Let's make our impact visible. I want you to picture this. Imagine yourself, years from now, looking back. You see a life, not just of personal success, but of profound significance. You see the faces of the people you've guided, the community you've strengthened, the positive ripples your actions have created. You feel a deep, unshakable feeling of peace, knowing that your journey wasn't just for you. You didn't just overcome your own struggles. You became a source of empowerment for others. You didn't just find your light, you became a beacon. This is a shift from a life of achievement to a life of meaning. This is you actively shaping a future where everyone has the opportunity to recognize their own worth and rise. Thank you for joining me on this incredible 3-part journey from the deep inner work of unmasking the shadow to building the external bridges of community and economic power, and now to cementing that power through mentorship and legacy. This is the full circle of empowerment. Our Conversations is powered by you, our community. Your courage to do this work alongside us is what creates real change. This trilogy may be ending, but your journey of growth and contribution is just beginning. Keep rising, keep building, keep paying it forward. And until next time, this is Alan Andre, signing off. Brooklyn.